Overnight, COVID-19 created a tailspin. Small businesses had to shut their doors without any clear plan to reopen. The threat of permanent closure was very real and very imminent. Lives and livelihoods were on the line.
It became clear to us that COVID would be one of the biggest threats to small businesses that we'd ever seen. And we were going to need to move fast, to move quickly and boldly.
The Small Business Administration launched the Paycheck Protection Program. They designed it with mainstream banks in mind. Most community development financial institutions were not eligible to make PPP loans. And because they weren't, many businesses in low income, low wealth, and minority communities had nowhere to turn.
So many of our native small businesses don't operate within the scales of how the program was set up through mainstream America banks. I was fearful at the time that a lot of our small businesses would be left out.
So all of this is happening every day. I don't really remember sleeping. I just remember every day kind of navigating through the different groups and trying to help wherever I could.
The SBA responded with initial reforms to make more CDFIs eligible as PPP lenders, including $12 billion in dedicated funding. Even at the start of the crisis, CDFIs had some powerful advocates.
So we wanted to use our platform to try to find a way to get money into the hands of those small businesses who really need it. And so we first started by committing $25 million to help community development financial institutions to get money into very small businesses, particularly in underserved communities and places where the large retail banks might not go.
In December 2020, the right combination of policy and capital came together and unleashed the power of CDFIs to quickly and effectively get money where it needed to go.
You're an avenue for people to do what they want to do, which is to help communities and societies progress.
So we know our customers, in a special way, and so we were able to respond aggressively with a compassion for them. These are our neighbors. These are people that we see every day.
All along the way, CDFI leaders tapped into their flexibility, problem solving, and deep relationships to make sure no business and no community, no matter how small, was left behind.
Fortunately, Opportunity Finance Network connected us with the Community Reinvestment Fund out of Minneapolis. And they were able to fund those small businesses in the Native community that would have been left out.
Whomever comes to our door, we will find a program to help them. Whatever the customer needs, either we're going to provide it to them or we're going to find someone that can provide it to them.
Community lenders, including CDFIs, outperformed all other PPP lenders and ultimately lent more than twice the amount reserved for them, $34 billion. And they reached underserved businesses more effectively than every other type of PPP lender. Their role as financial first responders, working in the hardest hit communities, brought unprecedented recognition for CDFIs and powerful new supporters across government, philanthropy, and corporations.
You see, community lenders understand the value in providing access to capital directly to communities. And because they do, they add value to those communities, and by extension, to our entire nation.
Amid an economic, social, and racial awakening, some of the world's most recognizable companies met the moment and joined the movement to finance justice, forming new coalitions with a deep commitment to invest in change.
I think we need to really recognize this as a real call to action that's probably going to last for a couple decades, and we need to be moving forward and evolving accordingly.
CDFIs work tirelessly for their communities. They did so before the pandemic and will continue to do so after. It took a crisis to bring us to this moment, but by coming together to invest in change, the moment won't be wasted.
We are stronger together, and we must take this moment in time to build and scale our industry in ways that we've not done before. This is the time. The time is now. we are up for the challenge.